Well, good news indeed. For those of you who've watched, I'm not sure what I'm calling this one yet, but for those of you who've watched the last couple of videos, you'll know that the council are in quite a lot of strife. This is Huntingdonshire District Council. The last thing we heard from them, they had issued a summons to my mate to appear in court basically in the space of a week. It was next week. We thought it was a completely illegal summons because it had actually come from them, not from the court. There was no court reference on it, nothing. No signature, just, you must appear in court. Usual script from the Nazis, of course. So he's spoken to a lawyer now, and yes, they've completely broken the law. I believe the phrase used was acting out with the authority. There must be a reference on it so that it can speak to the court. Week's notice, absolute rubbish. And for those of you into this kind of stuff, apparently it is 21 to 30 days notice required to be sort of considered reasonable. So that's one for you to remember. Also remember about the reference number. Because you're quite entitled to phone up the court and quote that reference number and say, you know, what's all this about, or is the time right, whatever, you know, anything like that. So if there's no reference number on it, forget it. And yes, let's not forget, this is because they've been stealing money for 30 years, taxpayers' money, theft from the public purse, that is, and let's not forget the police have been covering up for them. So there we have it. HDC are guilty of what? I don't know, quite a lot. Fraudulent practice for a start, illegal warrants. This is despite the head of HDC, Joanne Lancaster, on her £117,000 a year saying all the missing money was investigated, but of course it never has been. I once got a bullshit explanation from a copper, which they now refuse to reproduce despite me having asked for it about 75 times. So there's never been any explanation as to why they were not investigated, although if you speak to certain coppers they'll say they have been investigated. So yeah, fraudulent practice, fraudulent accounting, illegal summons, threatening behaviour. This one's for you, Joanne Lancaster, because you're the queen, bitch, you really are. And, well, yeah, threatening behaviour, intimidation. The police are guilty of colluding with people they know to be committing crimes. That's misconduct, of which the council are also guilty. And really, by the way, we've got the proof that you're breaking the law, Joanne Lancaster, and that your lawyers are breaking the law and issuing illegal summons. So if I were you, I'd do something about that, to be honest. And yeah, that's about this. This is what it's come back as. This is how desperate they've become in order to cover their tracks, stealing public money. So you know, now they're just literally making shit up. Really and truly, I hope you all have nervous breakdowns and jump off cliffs and stuff when you hear about this. But I'm rather hoping that some of you will now proceed going directly to jail. Go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not collect £200, and therefore hopefully thereafter you will languish for a very long time because you're all evil fuckheads, to be quite honest. Lying scum. And the Chief Constable also is at the top of the pile as a vindictive little piece of shit who bought his career and is probably the worst copper since PC Dibble in Top Cat. Right, so there you go, Chief Constable. Your mates at the council have been caught breaking the law red-handed, issuing illegal warrants. So, I mean, I would complain to you in writing, but you'd never get it because you've never heard of me, apparently. But then you're already a laughing stock anyway. So, yeah, good one. That's put a real bright shine on my day, really, especially the week I've been having. So let's hope things move forward a bit and we can get rid of these evil bastards off the face of the earth. Thank you.